Yeah, it's open.
Hey, little sis, what's up? Oh, wait, are you crying? Hey, come on, sit down. What's going on? Oh, I see. So he rejected you, huh? Well, what did he say the reason was? Hmm. Yeah, it sounds like you came across one of the bad boys, is what they call it. That's unfortunate. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sounds like all the testosterone has yet to be regulated. Now that. It's one of the specific chemicals in guys. It mainly is responsible for the physical aspects of the male body and may also play a role in ego as well. So, is this guy part of a sports team at the school? Figures. Not all, but an unfortunate portion of guys on sports teams who are not disciplined yet can become vulnerable to letting the admiration from others go to their heads. I assume he's one of the football quarterbacks. Well, when I was in high school, I dealt with a lot of student athletes with the same conditions. I was actually bullied by them too. It's a common pattern, unfortunately, but you do come across some who actually are disciplined, and those guys did step in. So, just out of curiosity, did he explain what type of girls he's interested in? Mm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. So that's the type of girls he's into. Sounds like he's going to be on a chase for a long while, and it doesn't sound like he's going to make an actual commitment moving forward, at least not yet. I'd say he's just in it for the thrill at this point, which it can take a long while for them to get tired of that once they realize they're not going to get their way at one point or another. Oh boy. Little sis, I understand where you're coming from, and I understand that you really like this guy. But you know, I tell things straight, I don't sugarcoat, and I deal with things as it is, not how we want them to be. By what you have shared with me about him, it really does not appear this guy you're sulking about is ready for a relationship. He's very eager, he's impulsive, self obsessed, and currently considers women for only one thing, his own satisfaction. And if you are not the one, he's not going to care about your efforts to help him grow, especially when he does not even have any desire to grow in maturity himself. When looking for an intimate companion, they need to meet certain life qualities, and you cannot compromise on that. Otherwise, you're going to end up in situations as this. I will not try to stop you from changing your appearance. The only thing I would advise is you change your appearance for you. We can only choose a procedure, little sis. We cannot choose the outcome. Would you actually feel comfortable gambling with changing your appearance and your entire demeanor for one individual whom there is no guarantee they will actually give consideration? It's one thing when you change your appearance, but you're also talking about changing your own life qualities, straying away from life qualities. And even if this guy did consider you after doing all that, what would that consideration be based on? Or rather, what do you want that consideration to be based on? You as the unique person you are, or just your appearance and demeanor that is the same as his? Ruthless, reckless, and uncaring. How long would you be able to maintain that mask before you go nuts? And that's assuming you don't get into any trouble. Little sis, please note I am not trying to be negative nor unreasonable. I am only giving you things to really think about. I think we should leave it at that. It's a lot to take in, and most likely you're experiencing this for the first time. I'm sure you have a lot on your mind as it is. I see, so there's peer pressure as well. Well, there is good news for that. They only have as much power over your sanity as you allow them. The more comfortable you become in the fact that you have closure and have moved on from this whole thing, the less your peers will become interested in continuing to talk about it. When you walk confidently, there's really nothing they can speak about or that they would want to speak about because they mainly want to see negative reactions. Yes, unfortunately, yeah. Peers of that mindset just want a reaction that entertains them. Unfortunately, some of them refuse to consider the entertainment, quote unquote, they are looking for in that regard is actually someone else's misery. What's also unsettling is that intimate relationships are being treated more like a popularity monopoly rather than a sacred union. And in my younger days, I had seen so many of my peers go through devastating scenarios just to get someone to like them. So, little sis, you must ask yourself if whomever you are considering is worth you sacrificing your sanity. Is any person in any relationship, platonic or intimate, worth you sacrificing your sanity? Have I asked anyone out before? Indeed I have, but I was told I wasn't their type. Of course, I was the geek type. It was disappointing at first, but I did get over it. Laying around in misery was only going to make things worse. Besides, being a geek is actually quite beneficial. I'm rarely bothered, which means I get plenty of time to chillax and work on my projects. Even the bullying stopped at one point once they witnessed I could care less about their prejudice and unsubstantiated views about me. Well, having a low-pitched voice isn't everything. I'm sure it has its attractions, but, there are other qualities that people are looking for as well. Well, I appreciate that you like it. Looks like you're starting to feel better as well. What do you say we call it a night and catch some Z's? You have that big stage performance tomorrow. All right, I'll stay by you until you fall asleep. I figured you'd ask for me to do that. Oh boy, there you go again with those innocent kitten eyes. All right, I'll purr until you fall asleep.